In this first part of the DVD, I'm going to be looking at attacking with the f-pawn. Later on, in the second half, it'll be the h-pawn's turn, and then we have the quiz questions. The quiz questions, I keep saying that, the exercises right at the very end. So first of all, I want to give an example of attacking with the f-pawn that shows how quickly and effectively the rooks come into play when you use the f-pawn. And I think this is a really striking example. This opening that we have here, it's a closed Sicilian, is a direct attempt to blow your opponent away using the f-pawn right from the very start. We're going to be looking at this very opening in a little more detail later on, but first just a little taster of how dangerous this system can be. So this is really one of the starting position, as the Russians like to say, the tabia of the closed Sicilian. Here, black actually makes an inaccuracy. Black plays pawn to e5. The best move is, without doubt, or I should say the most accurate move, is pawn to d6, because that keeps black's options open. The e-pawn might go to e6, or it might go all the way up to e5, but it's best not to commit that e-pawn yet. e5 is inaccurate, because white has something to bite on straight away. Also, white hadn't committed the knight, and it's very well known that this variation with knight to h3 is extremely dangerous. I'm not saying that black is lost, but there are certain problems that black has to overcome here. It's well known in theory. The point of playing the knight to h3 is that one idea is that it leaves this diagonal open for the queen. I know the queen isn't going to go to h5 in this position. I've spotted the pawn. But the point is that after, let's just play the next few moves. That's one idea, and of course the other idea is that it keeps the f-file open by putting the knight to h3. Here, black takes on f4. If black castles, this is one of the big opening tricks, white can push on with f5, and after capturing, then we can see the queen comes to h5. So this is one of the ideas behind putting the knight to h3, which otherwise looks like a very odd move indeed. So black didn't fall for that trap in the game, but instead captured on f4. But of course this gives white very free play for his pieces. White's attack just plays itself really very easily. The idea is to play bishop h6, exchange the bishops to weaken black's king, and you'll notice we have this semi-open f-file, which the rooks are going to use to great effect. It's so simple the way white wins this game. It's highly effective. Okay, the knight comes to d4. It's a nice square, but actually it's not really hitting very much. I think it's very important in this game that white's attack is successful because he has this very nice pawn chain that is like a wall in the center of the position. It blocks out black's pieces. It gives white's pieces the cover necessary to start this attack. Here we go. Rook f2, very simple. He's just going to double on the f-file with enormous pressure. And I just want to run through this game quite quickly, because we do see it's a very nice mating attack actually. So there we go. White's attack is just working like clockwork. White's doubled on the f-file. There is already enormous pressure here. And it's very hard for black to find counterplay. Normally here you might black might try to get counterplayed by playing d5, but here it's just not on. So the rook is coming up to the 4th rank. We'll see that that's quite important. If you just like to pause for a moment, actually, and try to work out white's next move here. Not too difficult, but I think rather attractive.